Please raise your hands if you are ready to speak.
मैम क्लेवर थिंग इन द सेंस मैम अपनी चालाकी से क्या कर रहा है?
Yes, कुछ भी, like where you have showed the smartness. The yes, चालाकी वाला जो हमारा काम होता है, that ईशा, same thing. Please jot down the question, guys, because I have to stop sharing the screen as I have to read the comments as well.
Had to name a clever thing. What it's mean?
Darub, any clever thing that you have done, you need to share that. What would it be? क्या काम है मतलब जो आपने किया है? Any clever thing you have done in your life?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I would like to answer the first one, ma'am.
Go ahead, Isha.
If I could spend a day with anyone, I would like to choose Elon Musk. Actually, I want to ask about the secret of success. I want to ask about the secret of success in his life. How sudden how he become the richest person. How he's become the richest person in the world. So I want to talk with him, and how and why did he plan to set up a new world in the Mars? So maybe he has done very different kind of thing on the earth, just like he has launched driverless car. He is planning to success a new world on Mars and Mars, ma'am. In Mars. So, and what would be the charges of rocket travel, ma'am? Actually, it would be very costly, so normal person cannot go there. So maybe it would be for a richer person. So I want to spend one day to know the each and every his secret of his life. What does he eat? What kind of clothes he wear? So it would be a very unique, it would be very fun. It would be very full of fun day, because it's very hard for you to meet with him. So that's I can only one in the school.
बिल्कुल भी आवाज नहीं आ रही.
Ma'am.
और किसी को आ रही है ईशा की आवाज, गाइस? क्योंकि मुझे बिल्कुल भी नहीं आ रही है. अगर आपको आ रही है प्लीज मुझे बताइए.
Ma'am, I'm not audible, ma'am.
ईशा, बहुत आवाज कट रही थी आपकी when you were speaking, like a lot.
Okay, ma'am. Then I will speak later, ma'am.
अब बिल्कुल ठीक है. पता नहीं ऐसा.
Yes, ma'am. Whenever I talk with you, it's become normal. Whenever I start to speak, it's become ghar.
Exactly. I don't know why this happens.
I had to submit the project on science, and I had not completed that project. And suddenly, the teacher asked me to submit us on that day. Then one of my see take out the
नहीं हो पा रहा ईशा, नहीं हो पा रहा ईशा, नहीं हो पा रहा, बिल्कुल नहीं आ रही. आप प्लीज एक बार रिकॉर्डेड सेशन चेक किया करिए आपकी आवाज कैसे आती है. थोड़ी बहुत भी आती, समझने लायक भी आती तो मैं ट्राई करती. समझने लायक भी नहीं आ रही मींस इट्स नॉट रियली ऑडिबल. Guys, if you are confused with the clever wala topic, so don't if you don't have anything clever to say, like abhi Shashikant aapne bola I am not clever, so please answer the first question. That's why I have given you two choices. Either you want to answer any of, you can, or you can answer both the questions, up to you.
May I try, ma'am?
Yes, Bhupinder, please go ahead.
So I would like to go with first question. That is spend one day, the whole day, one day with anyone. So I would like to spend my whole one day with my parents, especially because of due to workload and working environment, I never get chance to spend even 2 or 3 hours with my parents. So if I get chance for spend one day, then definitely will with go parents and also go some, it will go some other places like Hardwar, like Rishikesh, and recall my recall to my parents. It means earlier days when I was a child. My parents uh, used to go some tourist places and spend having time and good food like this. The same thing I want to do for my parents and share with about my future, about my planning, and also I also would like to I would like get about my parents' desire. What do you want exactly? So what kind of
I would like to know about my parents' desires.
so yes, desires. So so and someone said if you spend your good time with any with your
With आगे
with your elder, it means with senior person and like this, you will get definitely good knowledge about good knowledge and how to, it means, invest your time in future. So such kind of information I'll get after spending time with my parents and uh, with my it means maternal uncle like this. So uh, this is a way I'm thinking about to spend one day with my parents. That's all.
Okay. So, Bhupinder, or better हो सकती थी speaking. You could have talked about many things. Like I want to spend my time with my family or with my parents, and I would do this, I would do that. It's okay. थोड़ा सा बीच में पटके भी थे, but it's fine. If you want to answer the second question, please go ahead and ask, because आपने बहुत कम speaking करी and I'm not satisfied with your speaking. So if you had to name a clever thing that you have done, what would it be? कोई तो होगी, कोई clever thing तो होगी जिंदगी में जो आपने कभी कुछ किया होगा. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता कि कुछ भी चालाकी नहीं दिखाई, कुछ भी स्मार्टनेस नहीं दिखाई.
I need to think. Please allow
time. Yeah,
at
no
least 2
problem.
minutes. I'll think, then will definitely share with my memories.
Yes. So guys, I've been thinking that from quite a while we have been doing social topics, like educational topics. So that's why I thought of giving you some exciting topics to speak on. That's why I have chosen these topics out of so many. So please prepare your answer. These are very good, all about yourself, so you can explain them better. And when you are describing a day, you are getting one day. So rack your brains. What can you do in one day? You have everything. Means you are spending the time with someone you want to spend, right? What will you do? सोचने के और बोलने के पैसे नहीं लगते. सो आप कुछ भी सोचिए, कुछ भी बोलिए. लिमिटेड क्यों रखनी है अपनी थिंकिंग को? थिंक आउटसाइड द बॉक्स. Even if you are spending the time with your parents, talk about things, talk about food. I will eat this, I will cook for them, I will take them to the park, anything. You have 24 hours with someone. For example, Isha could have said so many things. Elon Musk, Isha, you want to meet and you want to spend one day with Elon Musk. You can say, I'll do each and everything he does in his day. I will live one day of his life with him. I will open his closet, I will see how many clothes he owns. I will take a tour of his house. I will see what foods he likes to eat. So many things, guys. It's like आप बहुत limited speaking करते हैं. मुझे आप ये वाला topic दीजिए, मैं 1 घंटा बोल सकती हूँ ऐसे topic पे. Trust me. There's so many things you could do. I'll talk to his servants, I'll talk to his neighbors, and would know about his behavior with the servants and other people. I'll ask him about his strategies in investing in stock market, how he became a writer, when he thought of writing this great book, how he thought of investing. He started investing in 12 years old. I want to know who gave him this inspiration. So many things. Elon Musk, one of the richest person in the world. So many things. But why each and limited cheese that I know about his secret of success? Think outside the box. Come on. So मैं बाकी students को बोल रही हूँ that you can speak a lot. कभी कभी ideas नहीं आते, so I am giving you some ideas. You can talk to their parents, wife, children. Or you can also say, I'll invite him to India and I'll give him a good tour of my country or my or my hometown, whatever it is. सोचने के पैसे थोड़ी लगते हैं, कुछ भी कर सकते हैं ना. So these are hypothetical situations. Nobody else wants to speak? Nobody is raising the hand. Great. मेरी छुट्टी आज. बढ़िया. चलो. Is it valid to choose you for spending one day? Yes, of course, Sachin. आज कहाँ है स्पीकिंग वाले स्टूडेंट सारे?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Daroop.
I would like to say that if I have a chance to spend a time, like you said, Elon Musk, I also like to spend a time with, spend a day with him. I may say with my parents, with my family, but I can do it on any occasional day.
Yes.
One ordinary day. But if I have a chance to meet anyone, then I would like to spend a day with Elon Musk, because he does different kinds of thing in his life, and which do not belong to one particular thing. Like, not like that. If he runs 4 5 companies, then all they are belong to same particular thing. Like, many people do. If they are running a cosmetic brand, then they have 4 to 5 or related to that particular thing. If anyone is doing something related to pharmacy, then he does 4 to 5 things related to that particular thing. But he is he is one of those people who do different things in their life at same time. And I also want to do like that, because I can't do one thing and I don't want to do only one thing in my life. I sometime I like to do sometime I like to do baking, sometime I like to do painting, sometime I like to do drawing, like that. And every time I want to do different kinds of thing. But many people, not many people, but yeah, some people around me says that why do you do the work like two things at same time, you won't be successful. There is in Hindi there is a saying na ma'am, do kashti ke sawar. That's the thing. Have you ever heard, ma'am?
Trust me, Dharup, I'm hearing this for the first time. Do kashti ke sawar.
Yes, ma'am. There is a say. Matlab, many people said to me, like if anyone want to go cross the river,
Mm-hmm.
one foot is in one boat, another one is another boat, then he might might have when then he maybe it's possible he will not he will not succeed, he will fall in the river. So that's the meaning of that, ma'am. So but so that I just want to see how he manages his whole day by doing different kinds of thing. And also he does not do his he does not just pay his attention to his professional life. He's also have his personal life. He has 5 kids. He gives his time to his family also. He balances his professional and personal life as well. So I just want to see how he manages, and what his strategy to manage that.
What is
And
his strategy?
yes, ma'am.
What's his strategy?
What his strategy? Yes, ma'am. And I have also heard that when he was a child, he used to read a lots of book.
A lot.
That
A lot's nahi, a lot of books.
a lot of books that made him so clever to
Hmm.
do different kinds of thing, which like he is not he maybe he is not when he started different kinds of thing, he he may not have knowledge about that, because one person cannot have knowledge about different kinds of things.
Mhm.
But he dared to do different kinds of thing. And I also heard that when he was launching and doing her work on
His
his rocket, something like that, on his, yes ma'am, then 3 times it failed.
he, it failed. Okay.
It
The rocket
failed.
failed. Okay.
The rocket failed, ma'am. But and he was just about to bankrupt. But still he dared to launch the fourth one. And then he succeed in his fourth attempt. So how he gained so many strength and confident on his on his own on his own self,
On his
because
नहीं होगा, on his own. अपने
on
आप
his
पे
own.
कैसे for himself होगा. How he gained so much confidence for himself. How he
Okay,
managed to be, uh, you know, strong after
okay,
failing. This is what I want to know.
okay, ma'am. And
And
because I have heard that if you have belief in yourself, then you can achieve anything you want. Belief is the most important thing uh, to succeed in any field. And the second one is I don't consider it as a clever thing, but I just have this one right now in my mind.
Okay.
Uh, I want to share an incident. When I as my father had a job of transferring place to place, so we had to go here and there every 2 3 years. In every 2 3 years,
Okay.
so when I was studying, uh, then there are my friends. There were my friends. There were my friends. Is it right now?
Yes, were past. Or I
Yes, ma'am.
made some friends there.
Okay, ma'am. I made friends there, but when I got to know that I have to leave them and go to another city,
Mhm.
and that time it was very shocking for me, because I have never thought that I have to just leave it in between and have to go there. So that was very difficult for me,
Mhm.
but they and I at that time I was very introvert. I don't say anything, I just don't do anything. If at that time, if I want to say I want to go anywhere, I just I used to told my friend to come with me, let's go there, let's do that, like that. I never do anything alone. Even I never go and come back home alone. Every day I used to go with her. So at that time, all my friends suggested me to not to be very introvert. You should speak, because everywhere you don't have that kind of people. And when at that time you are entering some place in mid, all there were are friends of each other. You are the new one, so you have to manage that. At
Mhm.
and then when I went a new place,
Mhm.
then I just collected my confidence. Ma'am, is it collected?
Confidence.
Collected, the word used collected is right.
I collected, no, I improved my confidence.
Okay,
I
ma'am.
उसे
Yes,
क्या
ma'am.
बोलते हैं? Gathered all my
Yes,
confidence.
I gathered all my confidence, and just I at first day I went, and I inside me I was very nervous, but from outside I just show that I'm very confident and I'm very happy, like that,
Mhm.
because the people of there were not no, they don't didn't know me.
They didn't know me.
They didn't know me.
Mhm.
So that worked a lot for me.
Yes.
Like when I went to, I just spoke to teachers. I asked some questions because I went there in mid of the year.
Mhm.
So because of all that questions and talk, they showed interest in me,
Right.
and that made me more confident.
Very good. Nice.
And after some time, what happened, ma'am, it was very proud for me that I just went there, and it was only 6 months, but they chose me to 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 perform and manage all the programs over there, which was that was a farewell party for the seniors.
Oh.
And many students of my class wanted to organize that and wanted to anchor that, but the principal chosen me. So that was a very proud moment for me. And because of my confidence and some clever things like that, I could do that. That's all, ma'am.
Very well spoken, Daru. Thank you for explaining both the questions nicely. And principal chose me. Past हो जाएगा.
Yes, ma'am. Chose me. Okay.
right? Yes,
Yes.
very well done.
Thank you,
So
ma'am.
both the answers were very good. Taru, keep it up, keep speaking. And I really like the second answer, that how you gained your confidence and what cleverness you did. Although you were very, from inside you were not confident enough, but you showed people, yes, you are not introvert, you are extrovert. This is very
Yes.
nice. And I think this thing you have done here as well. Earlier, you used to speak very slowly, very monotonously, like with monotone, and now you are speaking so well each and every day. You are growing and growing. So keep growing. Very well done.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Next, we have Maz. Maz Khan, you are raising your hand. Please unmute yourself to speak. And tell me, with whom would you like to spend your day with? बोलना ही नहीं तो हैंड नहीं वो करना चाहिए ना. Ranjit, please go ahead. Guys, we are raising your hand. You need to speak. Ranjit. 7 stars. Great. Jaya.
Yes, ma'am. Can I speak?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Just 1 minute, Jaya, मुझे comments read करने. Isha, you are getting he get new Asian girlfriend. Get क्या होता है भाई? He has new Asian girlfriend and she's younger than him. This thing make him नहीं makes him होगा, makes him unique. ऐसे कैसे? Okay, उसके बाद comment है. I will ask him, do you wear? I will ask him, do you wear eco-friendly organic dress? Dress लड़कियों की होती है, लड़कों की नहीं होती. क्लोथ्स आएगा, आउटफिट आ सकता है, यहाँ पे अटायर आ सकता है. I will ask him whether he wears eco-friendly organic clothes or not. This is a better sentence. When I was kid नहीं होगा शिवा. When I was a kid, my father taught me taught me TAUGHT taught me how to catch small mouses में apostrophe s नहीं आएगा. Why? Because they were eating our seeds. I caught them by carry bag की spelling गलत है. CARRY. I live outside them. I lived outside. ये बिल्कुल नहीं समझ में आ रही क्या है. All right, Jaya, please go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. So if I spend a day with someone, so definitely I would love to choose any familiar person whom I know very well. Whom does I
Whom I know.
whom do I know very well? So, and I would love to choose my Masi because she is very close to me and
Maternal aunt.
maternal aunt. Okay,
Yes.
it's a very difficult pronunciation for me.
Oh, why? It's maternal aunt.
Maternal aunt.
Yes.
Ma'am, can I say like Masi?
No, you are speaking English. I wouldn't suggest you use Hindi words while speaking English.
Maternal auntie. So I would love to choose my maternal auntie because she is very close to me and she always supports me if I have any problems, if I'm not feeling well. So I would love to talk with my maternal auntie, not my friends, not my sister, because I never consider her. She's my maternal auntie.
I never consider her as my aunt. I always consider her as a friend.
As a friend. Because ma'am, I'm not very close to friends and I'm not but yeah, I feel like that. Yeah, she is something in my life. Actually, I am not comfortable to open in front of my sister because I know that she is very close to me also, but my maternal auntie is too close to me.
Good.
And because she is very sensitive woman also. She is very clever and clever. She always manage all the thing very in a what's say, in a positive way. She never think like negative and
But
whether this is right.
Jaya, you are not using SNES. She always thinks.
Oh my God.
Subject verb agreement तो पता नहीं क्यों इतना बड़ी बात है आप लोगों के लिए.
Only speaking, I make so many mistakes.
It's okay. Everyone does.
Actually, and in messages, yeah, I can recognize that, oh, here I should use plural verb and singular. So, but in speaking, after speaking that, I realized that, oh my God, I have made mistake here. And
This is a real challenge, na?
so, yeah, ma'am. And actually, she has won so many trophies and also so many things she has arranged. And if I have, because I want to learn so many things from her, and which I am learning, because if I have any doubt, just I ask to my maternal auntie instead of asking to my siblings and my friends. I am comfortable to talk with my maternal auntie instead of talking to others. So because she never complain to others why you have done what, ma'am?
Complains. She never complains to others.
She never complains to others, and why you have this done this with me. Actually, and whatever she has, she she's satisfied with that, and she never consider that, yeah, I should earn more and I should compare myself with someone, and which I do. And I never compare myself with someone if I have something or not. I never compare. Actually, if I will start comparing myself with someone, I will compare. I will not do anything in my life. So which I have learned from my maternal auntie. So many things I have learned, and what I should do from, like, because I know that what she like, what she dislike. So
Like nahi bhai, likes what she
likes
likes.
what she likes and what she doesn't like. I know that. So that's it, ma'am. First question. One second. If you had to name a flavor that you have done, I have done so many clever things, but currently I don't which thing. But yeah, one day what happened in my village, and that time I was also child, and
So क्यों
one
लगा
of
यहाँ पे? You are only talking about yourself, na? I was a child or I was a kid only.
so yeah, I was a kid only. So and one of my neighbors was blaming to my younger sibling, and because someone had broken his son toys, and she was thinking that that thing is that thing.
No,
She thought that my brother had done this, and but he was not. He hasn't.
not.
He hadn't done something with their toys, with his toys, and but and she was blaming again and again, and I was thinking that.
I thought.
And also my cousin, also my aunties, and also my grandmother, they were scolding to him, why you have broken that.
Scolding him, not scolding to him नहीं होगा. My parents, my mother also scolding him, why you did that? Why did you break that?
So yeah, actually, so as one proverb, I remember that, like, a guilty conscience needs no accuser. So I was looking all children's face, and I was looking that who has done that, and after that I find that person, that child who had broken his car, his toys, and so I said to my neighbors, why you are blaming to uh, my my siblings, because he hadn't done anything, and you are wrong, and you should not do anything without knowing. You should not say anything to someone without knowing truth. So that thing also, and I have done so many things, but I don't know, because
You have done so many things, but you did not practice of speaking, I believe. इतनी सारी mistakes. आप लोगों का पास्ट बहुत कमजोर है. आई बिलीव यू डू नॉट नो हाउ टू स्पीक अबाउट द पास्ट. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल जया, पास्ट परफेक्ट की जरूरत है ही नहीं. कल भी कोई आप यूज कर रहे थे शायद पास्ट परफेक्ट, मैंने उसको भी टोका था कि पास्ट परफेक्ट की जरूरत ही नहीं है. इफ यू आर डिस्क्राइबिंग एन इंसिडेंट अबाउट पास्ट, यू नीड सिंपल पास्ट टेंस. One day someone broke my neighbor's toy and my neighbor thought it was my brother, so she started scolding him. And my mother also thought, was thinking kya hai, my mother also thought my brother did that. So what I did, जो भी आपने किया, I got to know who did it, and I told my neighbor that please do not blame or do not accuse my brother without any evidence. I know he didn't do it. He, the other kid, is the one who broke the toy of your son. Simple. आप had का यूज कर रहे हो, was ing का यूज कर रहे हो. Simple past सबसे आसान है. If you are explaining anything in past, use past simple only. Think के साथ हम ing नहीं लगाते. I am thinking, no. I was thinking, no. I thought, I think. ये कितनी बार मैं अपने सेशंस में बता चुकी हूँ. It's instative verb.
Yeah, ma'am.
Right? So please guys, work on your past tense. आप लोग जहाँ पे भी प्रैक्टिस करते हो इंग्लिश टाइम्स में, try to talk about past. और ऐसे ना सोशल टॉपिक्स, they are getting easier to talk on those. आज मैंने यही सोचा कि आज मैं कोई सोशल टॉपिक नहीं रखूंगी. I'll give you some topics related to you, because personal experience, sharing personal experience is also a task, that how well you explain your personal experience, and here you can see how you are doing it. That's why I always give you different topics. Okay Jaya, I know you speak well, I know you can speak well. Present में आप कहाँ अटकते हो? Daily आप एक ही चीज में अटकते हो, that is subject verb agreement. And if you really want to improve yourself, please see the recorded sessions and point out your own mistakes.
Yeah, ma'am. I watch.
That's great, Jaya. Trust me, that's great. Because 2-3 बार मैंने आपको टोका सब्जेक्ट वर्ब अग्रीमेंट पे, उसके बाद भी आप वर्ब की फर्स्ट फॉर्म ही यूज कर रहे थे अपनी मासी के लिए. शी कंसिडर, शी लाइक, शी डू, शी डज आपने बोला था फिर, राइट? और जी 2 हैंड्स ऊपर हुए हैं, दोनों में से कोई बोल तो रहा नहीं है, नमाज ना रंजीत. तो आप लोगों ने हैंड रेस करे क्यों है?
हेलो मैम, गुड इवनिंग.
गुड इवनिंग. रंजीत बोलने का इरादा है?
यस मैम. मैम कैन यू शो द स्लाइड ऑफ टॉपिक?
वेरी गुड.
बिकॉज आई ज्वाइन लेट.
आप ज्वाइन लेट, आपके ज्वाइन करने के बाद 3 बार मैं ऑलरेडी स्लाइड शो कर चुकी हूँ. आप कर क्या रही थी? जब भी कोई न्यू स्टूडेंट ज्वाइन करता है क्लास, आई शो द स्क्रीन, बिकॉज़ मुझे पता है उस स्टूडेंट को टॉपिक नहीं दिखेगा. आपको कम से कम आधा घंटा हो गया क्लास ज्वाइन करे हुए. Now you will practice how to speak. Great.
Okay, if you could spend a day with anyone, whom would you choose? If you had to name a clever thing.
Don't go on second topic. अभी first ही कर लीजिए आप, वही बहुत है. First ही सही है आपके लिए.
Okay.
And as I have already told you, this is a hypothetical situation. जिसमें हम first conditional का use करेंगे. If के साथ would का. If I get a chance to spend a day with anyone, I would. With this, I would do this, I would do that, I would ask him or her, I would do that. जो भी है, तो आपको because it is conditional, condition है ये.
Okay ma'am.
Ranjit, do you need some time to practice?
Yes ma'am.
देर से तभी मैंने स्लाइड शो करी हुई थी. आप बाकी स्टूडेंट्स प्रैक्टिस कर लेंगे. Anyone else would like to answer this question?
Yes ma'am. Can I speak?
Yes, please go ahead.
Well, there are many person I met.
Many people.
There are many people I met, and someone I like. I really like to their thinking. Here, I would like to talk about my aunt. She is very benevolent, and as well as she is very clever, and so I can so I say she is very sophisticated. Well, when I when I was studying in the third standard, that time I met with my aunt.
With nahi aayega. I met my aunt.
I met my aunt in my in the village. In the village, and there I remember there were a marriage function.
There was a marriage function or a wedding ceremony.
And that time I met with my aunt. She is very polite, and when I met with her, that time
Ranjit, when I met her,
and she talked with me related to my she talked me related to
she talked to me.
She talked to me related to my study, and I really impressed from her, because she speaks very gently and good manner, and moreover, after that time, I always try to talked with him by calling you. I remember in the last month, I also shared my because I am in a confusion how what should I choose subject related to my study, and that time she helped to me, and he helped me, and moreover helped me. Moreover, in my what thing happened with me in my classroom. My classmate blamed on me. I stolen her belongings or other possessions. I stole her belongings, but my aunt really in this situation, my aunt really helped me, and helped me to prove that I was innocent, and so she always helped me in my bad situation.
Ranjit, one second, I am stopping you because आप कुछ अलग ही ट्रैक पे जा रहे हो. टॉपिक क्या है पहले आप मुझे बताइए. आज का आपका टॉपिक क्या था? What was the question you were supposed to answer, Ranjit?
Ma'am, if you
जी बताइए. कितना समझ में आया आपको ये टॉपिक? मुझे ये समझना है. If you could spend a day with anyone, whom would you choose? क्या टॉपिक है, मुझे हिंदी में इसका मीनिंग बताइए।
ਮੈਮ ਜੇਕਰ ਮਤਲਬ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੇਕਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣਾ ਸਪੈਂਡ ਕਰ ਦਿਨ ਸਪੈਂਡ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ तो ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਕੌਣ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਚੂਜ਼ ਕਰੋਗੇ?
एग्जैक्टली आप मुझे क्या आंसर दे रही हैं? यू आर ओनली टॉकिंग अबाउट योर आंट एंड यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट हर ग्रेटनेस. You are
Yes.
not talking about what will you do or what would you do with her. आपको मैंने एक दिन दे दिया आपकी आंट के साथ, या आपकी आंट है, ये आप हैं, आप दोनों हैं, 24 घंटे में आप क्या करोगे, आपको वो बताना है. आप मुझे पास्ट की बातें बता रहे हो. आपने चलो पहले बताया आई मेट हर इन अ विलेज सेरेमनी, वेडिंग सेरेमनी, ठीक है वहां तक. उसके बाद फिर आप अपने स्कूल का इंसिडेंट बता रहे हो, आप उनकी तारीफें करो, शी इज जेंटल, शी इज सोफिस्टिकेटेड, ठीक है, बट आप मुद्दे पे नहीं आ रहे. व्हाट विल यू डू, दिस इज माय क्वेश्चन.
ओके मैम.
ओके मैम नहीं, आपने पूरी स्पीकिंग कर दी, सारा टाइम आपने ले लिया और आप पता नहीं स्कूल की बातें बता रहे हो, क्या क्या बता रहे हो. यू आर नॉट कमिंग ऑन द पॉइंट, यू आर बीटिंग अराउंड द बुश. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड द टॉपिक और प्लीज क्लास टाइमली ज्वाइन किया करिए ताकि आप दूसरों को सुने. सो यू विल अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट द टॉपिक इज गोइंग ऑन एंड हाउ एम आई सपोज्ड टू स्पीक.
ओके मैम.
Yes, don't worry, you can answer this question tomorrow. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to practice the same question and I will ask you the same question tomorrow. Okay Ranjit?
ओके मैम.
Yes. And थोड़ा सा to वाले verb का ध्यान रखा करिए. met to नहीं, met with her नहीं होता, meet के साथ सिर्फ डायरेक्ट हमारा ऑब्जेक्ट आता है. I want to meet you, not I want to meet with you. Okay. सारा टेंसेस का काम है. ऑब्जेक्ट्स डायरेक्ट सब उसके वर्ब के बाद ऑब्जेक्ट आता है. रेनू शर्मा, you are raising your hand, you can go ahead. Last we have Sachin.
Ma'am, we cannot use a preposition like to and with.
No, you don't need. There are different words जिनके साथ to use होता है. For example, come to, go to, ये वर्ड्स होते हैं. तो आप ये वाले वर्ड्स, इनको इन्फिनिटिव वर्ब्स बोलते हैं. आप इनकी प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो. उसमें देखो टू किन किन वर्ब्स के साथ लगता है. हर वर्ब के साथ टू नहीं हो लगता और मीट के साथ विद बिल्कुल नहीं लगता. मीट अपने आप में मिलना है. मिलना मतलब आप किसी से मिल रहे हो, किसी के साथ नहीं मिल रहे. इफ यू आर यूजिंग विद, इसका मतलब है किसी के साथ मिलना. मीट यू, आई मेट यू इन चाइल्डहुड, not I met with you in childhood. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Renu, please go ahead.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
This time topic is if you could spend a day with anyone, whom you choose.
Yes.
Ma'am, I want to tell you, I have a very special friend. Her name is Aradhana. If I get a day to spend anyone, I choose her because she is very special for me, and she is very emotional, and she very understand my emotions always, and she is very funful. She is very uh, like me. I am very funful person, and very emotionally, but sometimes when it's required I'm emotional. Yes. Or sure, she is like me, and I want to spend the whole day with her, and we always spend a day with her when we need to shopping something.
To shop something.
To shop something, to shop something to for me or our kids. Then we decided earlier, and they we go with together. We both us go together,
We
and
both go together.
we both go together and enjoy the all shoppings and
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the class. I hope I'm audible, guys. Good evening, Zishan and Isha. I can see you guys have joined. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
Good evening, Isha. How are you? I'm fine.
I'm very well, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Great,
So,
great.
ma'am,
Isha, I can't hear you.
from 11 p.m. class, ma'am.
Yes, can't hear you, Isha, but yes, I did not take 11 p.m. today because I went to college.
Okay, ma'am. Got it.
Okay. I did not take any classes today, but this week all the classes will take place. So till Monday, next Monday, all classes will take place as usual. Okay.
Ma'am, good to know you.
Yes, I'm also very happy. Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the class, and we will start in a bit. And in the meantime, if you guys have any questions, please ask.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Zishan. How are you?
Yeah, ma'am, I'm fine. How about you, ma'am? How was your day?
My day was very hectic, but it was good.
Right. Ma'am, you always in a hectic routine.
Yes, right now it's very hectic, but hopefully within, I think by the end of April and the beginning of May, everything will be falling into place.
Okay, ma'am, I have a question like infinitive. What's like, can you a bit, not much, a bit explain the infinitive phrase plus infinitive now?
Definitely. Why a little bit? I'll explain the entire thing if you want. No problem.
Because I
Chali.
watched a video on a
Yeah.
YouTube, but unable to understand the whole concept.
Of infinitives, right?
Yeah, infinitive phrase and infinitive now.
Infinitive phrase and infinitive noun. Sure. So, Zishan, we were actually discussing about infinitives in the last few classes. If you want, you can
Yeah,
also
ma'am, I
watch
watched
them
also.
for, yes,
I
for
watched,
better.
ma'am. I watched
You
also.
have watched, but you're facing problem, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
No problem.
Yes, ma'am.
Chali. So, just give me one second. Okay, so I hope my screen is visible. Zishan, you can see it?
Yeah, ma'am.
Chali. Right. So infinitives, right? So एकदम basic से start करेंगे, एकदम basic सा एक description देती हूँ मैं आपको. So you already know that there are 8 plus 4 parts of speech, right? 8 plus 4
Yes,
parts of
ma'am.
speech है हमारे, जैसे कि nouns, verbs, adjectives, all of these come under parts of speech. So वैसे ही
Right, ma'am.
infinitive भी एक छोटा सा part है उसका, right? So we know that about verbs, right? So if I take a verb, for example, if I take a verb like, let's say, dream.
Like watch, dream.
Dream. Okay, let's take dream. And what are the 4 forms of this verb? It is basically dreamt,
Dreamt.
and dreaming. Right? So these are the 4
Right.
forms of the verb dream. Dreamt, dreaming, and dream. So, ये जो first वाला form है, the first form, it is called the base form of the verb, or it is called the present form of the verb, or it is also called.
Screen,
Can't see the screen.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, maybe because I have one second. I'll just share my whiteboard. Okay.
Now, ma'am.
Now you can see, right? One second.
verb. So if we take one verb like dream, dreamt, dreamt, and dreaming, right? So these are the four
Right,
forms
ma'am.
of the verb. So ये जो first form है dream, इसको हम बोलते हैं in the English language either base form of the verb या फिर हम बोल सकते हैं the present form of the verb, or we can call it the bare infinitive. Okay, इसको bare infinitive भी बोलते हैं. But this is different from infinitive. Bare infinitive का मतलब infinitive नहीं है. It is different. और इसको V1 भी बोलते हैं, right? And the rest of them are the other forms. This is the past form of the verb. This is the past participle या V3 भी इसको बोलते हैं. And dreaming is the present participle form of the verb. That is the continuous tense, right? जो continuous tense में use होता है. So these are the forms of a verb.
Right.
So when we are talking about infinitive, we are only dealing with the base form of the verb, which is also called the bare infinitive of the verb.
Exactly, ma'am.
Okay. So करते क्या है इसमें हम?
Right, ma'am.
Bare infinitive में infinitive जिसको बोला जाता है just infinitive, it is very simple to form. Infinitive can easily be formed by adding 2 to this verb. So what is the formula of infinitive? 2 plus base form of the verb
Yes.
or the bare infinitive, or we can also call it the V1, right? So whatever you want to call it. इसको हम जैसे ही 2 के साथ add कर देंगे, it becomes our infinitive. So examples of infinitive फिर क्या होंगे? It is to go, to eat,
to run, to live.
To run, and here what do we have? To dream, right? So this is our
Right.
infinitive. This is the simple understanding of infinitive. Now you are asking
Exactly.
me what is infinitive now and what are infinitive phrases. So once we have understood this, we will go to infinitives. So here we have the basic definition of infinitive with all the rules that are required to understand infinitive, right? So you can take a screenshot of this as well because this is very good. So
Right.
it is said that an infinitive is the most basic form of a verb. It is unmarked, which means that it is not conjugated for tense or person. It is preceded by the particle to. क्या बोला जा रहा है कि infinitive एकदम बेस फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ब है, बिल्कुल बेसिक फॉर्म यूज करते हैं वर्ब का, ऑब्वियसली क्योंकि हम उसमें बेस फॉर्म या बेयर इन्फिनेटिव का इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं. दूसरी बात क्या बोली जा रही है कि इसको कॉन्जुगेट नहीं कर सकते. सो यू नो दैट वी से थिंग्स लाइक शी गोज, he sleeps, but I go, they sleep, right? So subject change हुआ, verb भी change हो गया. This is called conjugation of the verb, right? And again, depending on tense also we change the verb. For example, I will say I am sleeping right now, but I was sleeping earlier. Or I slept yesterday, I sleep now. Okay, so I am also changing the verb depending on the tense. Again, conjugation of verb. But infinitives do not conjugate. They do not change depending on the subject or the tense of the sentence. वो tense या subject के हिसाब से खुद को बदलते नहीं है, उनको conjugate नहीं किया जाता. तीसरा क्या बोला जा रहा है? They do not express actions being performed by the subject of the clause. So obviously we know that verbs are action words. एकदम basic definition of verb क्या है कि verb action words होते हैं, कोई ना कोई action दिखाते हैं verb. But infinitives action नहीं दिखाते हैं. Although they are taking a word along with them, they do not show any action. They are not showing any action that is being performed by the subject. If I say Ram eats ice cream, if I say Ram eats ice cream, then Ram is the subject of the sentence who is performing the action of eats, right? Ram is eating.
Right.
So ये verb हमारा क्यों verb है? क्योंकि वो एक action दिखा रहा है. किसका action दिखा रहा है? Subject का action दिखा रहा है, right? But infinitives, they do not show any action, not related to the subject at least. Okay. Now, coming to the fourth point, where we answer your question, what part of speech does an infinitive fall under? It falls under 3 parts of speech. What are those? Nouns, adjectives, and adverbs. एक इन्फिनेटिव 3 चीजों के काम कर सकता है, या तो वो नाउन का काम कर सकता है, या फिर एडजेक्टिव का काम कर सकता है, या फिर एडवर्ब का काम कर सकता है. वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, राइट? वी आर टेकिंग अ वर्ब, वी आर एडिंग अ पार्टिकल टू इट, दैट इज टू. एक टू लगा रहे हैं और उसको हम या तो नाउन बना रहे हैं, या फिर एडजेक्टिव बना रहे हैं, या फिर एडवर्ब बना रहे हैं. Okay, so now we will take the noun. If we look at the noun, what is happening? The infinitive can function as more than one thing as a noun. Of course, we know that nouns can become subjects, so infinitives can function as subjects. We also know that nouns.
I lost your screen, ma'am. I can't see you.
Okay, sure, please, no problem. I'll reshare. All right, can you see now? Just give it a second, maybe.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Right.
Now I can.
Right. Okay. So nouns, right? Infinitives working as nouns. Now we know that nouns can work as subjects. Nouns can work as objects, right? So here we are also learning that infinitives, because they are nouns, they can function as nouns. They can also work as subject of a sentence. They can also work as the object of a sentence. It can be a direct object of the word. It can be the object of the reported speech. Again, it is the direct object of the verb. It can be an object complement, right? It can also be an object complement. So all of these things, it can be as a noun. So how is this happening? If we look at it as subject, you can see here, I have written a sentence, very simple sentence I'll give you. To eat is my... Yes, there is speaking class. I'm just trying to clear a doubt. Okay, Karthik, about infinitives. Within a few minutes, we will start. Okay. So if I say to eat is my hobby, then what is happening is the verb of the sentence. The only verb in the sentence is. Or koi sentence mein verb hi nahi hai. So now we know that this is a sentence. This is a complete sentence. So obviously it has a subject. A sentence that is complete needs to have a subject and a verb. Verb to mil gaya. What is the subject? To eat is the subject, which is also functioning as a noun, which is of course an infinitive. Understood?
Right.
Zishan. So this is what is happening. This is how we use infinitives as nouns. It can also be object, right? I'll give you a very simple example where it is working as an object. For example, if I say, I run to lose weight. I run to lose weight. Again, if we look at this sentence, there should be a subject. We have a subject, I. There should be a verb. Of course, there is a verb, run. Okay, subject is doing the verb, that is running. For what? What is the reason? To lose weight, right? To lose here is working as the direct object of the verb, that is run. Understood? Run. So again, it is working as a noun in the sentence. Okay.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
And now, if we come to phrases, infinitive phrases. So phrase का मतलब ही ये होता है, बहुत ही simple definition है phrase का. Phrase is a part of a sentence.
Subject and verb.
Right. Absolutely correct. It does not have a subject, or at least it won't have both of them together. It will either have a subject or it will have a verb, or maybe none
I think in the previous sentence it is a verb complement. It is not direct object.
Yes, it is the verb. No, it is the direct object of the verb, right?
I run to lose weight. Well, then what
I
is
run
weight
to
now?
lose weight.
Then what is weight? What is weight?
Weight is the direct object. I run to lose weight. No, to lose weight, the entire thing is working as the direct object, right? See, look at this sentence here. You appear to be correct. So you appear, you is the subject, appear is the verb, and to be correct, the entire thing is working as the direct object of the verb. What are you appearing to be? You are appearing to be correct. Okay.
Isn't it the verb complement?
No. Oh, it is working as the verb. It is the same thing, right? The direct object and the verb complement are the same thing, if I'm not wrong. See, as a direct object, so a direct object is a person or thing that directly receives the action of the verb in the clause. An infinitive that acts as the object of another verb is sometimes known as verb complement. Okay, so yes, we also discussed this. If we are using intransitive verbs, then they do not take any direct object. So you will only find infinitives used as objects of transitive verbs. So if you are using intransitive verb like the one I used, there it is working as a direct object. Okay, but if I'm using any intransitive verb, then it won't take a direct object. It will just take a complement. It will take a subject complement or verb complement भी बोलते हैं. Okay, Karthik. Understood. We have talked about actually subject complement and object complement in the previous class as well. Thoda sa I'll just explain quickly. If I take a sentence like, let's say, I eat bananas. And if I take a sentence like, I am a student. Okay. The difference between these two sentences is this: in this sentence, I eat bananas, I is the subject. In the second sentence as well, I is the subject, right? Eat here is the verb, am is the verb. But difference, yes, correct, absolutely correct, Zishan. Eat is an action verb, but am is an auxiliary verb. Am is an auxiliary verb. This verb will not take any object at all. It will simply give us some extra information about the subject. It is helping to join the subject with the rest of the sentence. Okay, that is the work of an auxiliary. So this part, a student, is becoming a subject complement. It is becoming a subject complement, not an object. But in this sentence, eat bananas, I am eating, right? I am doing the verb. And the verb is being done on what? The bananas, right? So the bananas become the object. It is the direct object of the verb. Okay.
Right.
Karthik as well? Yes, Karthik? Clear? So that is what is happening here as well. If you're using intransitive verbs, they will not take direct objects. They might take verb complements. But if you are using transitive verbs, they will take direct objects. Okay. And to answer your question, Zishan, what are infinitive phrases, right? So phrases are basically either it will have a subject or a verb, or maybe it does not have either of those. Maybe noun hai, but कोई subject नहीं है, verb भी नहीं है. Okay, ये भी हो सकता है. So it's a very small part of a sentence. फिर उसको phrase क्यों बोलते हैं? Because it has more than one word. एक से ज़्यादा उसमें शब्द होते हैं. That is why it is called a phrase. Now, what happens? How do we say that this is a noun phrase? This is an infinitive phrase. This is a gerund phrase. This is a verb phrase. Why do we say that? Because if I am using a phrase that has the most important word of that phrase is noun, or the entire phrase is working as a noun in a sentence, वो पूरा का पूरा जो phrase है वो एक sentence में noun का काम कर रहा है, तब हम उसको noun phrase बोलते हैं. Similarly, अगर पूरा का पूरा sentence, पूरा का पूरा जो phrase है वो अगर sentence में, वाक्य में infinitive का काम कर रहा है, तो उसे हम infinitive phrase बोलेंगे. Very easy examples you will find here only. Look at this sentence. We rarely manage to. Yes.
Ma'am, actually, so many people are waiting in the class now, ma'am, for speaking class. You can.
Yes. I know.
That's why I asked you a bit, because I know about since morning they've been taking this grammar classes.
I know. Just give me 2 minutes.
We can do it later, ma'am.
Yes, just 2 minutes. Let me just explain the phrases. I'll move on to speaking. I know, guys, because I'm taking less classes, I can understand there is a lot of problem. लोगों को grammar के भी issue होते हैं. I understand. Just give me 2 minutes, okay? So just look at this example, Zishan. You will understand. We rarely manage to get out of the house for the night. Simple description देखिए. We is the subject. Rarely is adverb here. इसको छोड़िए. The verb is manage, right? So subject is doing this verb. What is the object of this verb? To get out of the house for the night. Entire thing is working as the object here.
Infinitive phrase, like they get out of the house for the night.
So the entire thing is working as the infinitive phrase. Even if you cut this part out, you will see it still makes full sense. We rarely manage to get out. Then you're giving some extra information of the house for the night. So the entire thing is working as infinitive phrase.
Right,
okay,
ma'am.
Zishan.
Right, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Chaliye. So we will stop here. Zishan, you try and watch the previous videos. If you need any more help, tomorrow's morning class. Okay, ask me.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Chaliye. Thank you so much,
Thank you so
guys,
much.
for waiting. So all of you, welcome to the class, and we will start quickly without any further delay. Okay.
For the first time, you look like a Bengali, ma'am.
Oh my God, because I had a program. That's why. So we were all, I came just now, you know, I just reached home and I sat for the classes. Chaliye. So let's pick a topic.
I have a suggestion, ma'am. Actually, as there is less time, you can go for a jam session.
Jam session.
Then,
Yes, we can
everyone
do jam.
will get some opportunity.
Definitely. Let's pick some topics quickly.
Jam session means normally 1 minute, but you can give 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah.
Yes, chaliye. Let's try 2 minutes today. Co-curricular activities will be one topic. What else? Bataiye.
Newspaper, television.
Okay, very nice. Newspaper can be one topic.
Radio, computer.
Newspaper. No, these are very common topics. Like ekdam sab similar hai. Newspaper can be one. Another one.
Television.
Television.
Gardening, ma'am.
Gardening. Okay, very innovative.
Gardening.
Gardening. Okay, very nice. Next.
Water.
Water. We have done water, I think. Okay, let's do water again. It's important. Okay, what else? Bataiye. Anyone can suggest, okay? All of you else.
Inflation.
Inflation, very good topic. Very
Ma'am,
nice.
what is this co-curricular activities?
Co-curricular activities मतलब वो जो हम करते थे ना स्कूल में, सिलाई, बुनाई, पेंटिंग, डांसिंग, स्पोर्ट्स, एक्स्ट्रा जो करिकुलर से बाहर, करिकुलम जो होता है हमारा पढ़ाई का सब्जेक्ट, उससे बाहर जो भी होता है. Okay. Maybe 2 more topics, guys. Anything else?
Cooking.
Cooking. Gardening, cooking थोड़ा same हो रहा है. Let's go to some other place.
Ma'am, television.
Television. Newspaper